You are looking at what is termed a spire. And all of the formations here today are made of sandstone. This formation on top of a cliff is termed a chimney, and this one is called a pipe. They range in size from 6 to 170 feet tall. There's around 70 of them here at this park. And where are we? Kodachrome Basin State Park in southern Utah. And it got its name from the National Geographic Society, who asked permission from the Kodak Film Company to use the term Kodachrome. We highly recommend that you stop at the visitor center, where you can rent a mountain bike, reserve a campsite, and select from a great selection of food. Outside of the visitor center, there is a video program playing lots of useful information that you'll definitely enjoy. Scientists only have theories as to how the sandpipes formed, but one thing is for certain. Ground level was once at the very peak of the sandpipes, and there are millions of years of erosion, leaving just these hard pipes. Some of these formations, like the present one, are named. Most are not. So I will make up some names as we go along, and I'd be interested in hearing what your thoughts are. We started this hike on Panorama Trail. These next two spires are formed from the ground up and are unnamed. This first one looks like it was formed almost in layers over millions of years. And the second one looks like the erosion just occurred in the soft spots around the sides of it, and then perhaps the top has already broken off. We were puzzled when we saw these dozens and dozens and dozens of apparent hand indentations in the rock. When we asked a ranger about it later, he explained that back in the 1800s, in particular when there had been a rain, this softens because there's a lot of clay in it, and individuals did come by and make all these indentations with their hands. Mystery solved. For you geology buffs, the Entrada sandstone was laid down between 180 and 140 million years ago and contains iron oxide, giving its distinctive red color. The Henryville sandstone is younger and is generally white or tan in color. The Ballerina Spire is one of our favorites. It's a beautiful view against the blue sky, and then you have the contrast between the lighter colored Henryville sandstone and the reddish Entrada sandstone. Nearby is the hat shop, so named for the very hardened material at the very top that has survived millions of years of erosion that has removed material below it. This one reminds me of a boxing glove, and that's the name I'm going to give it. I'm calling this one My Left Foot after the famous 1989 movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis. Here's an example of millions of years of erosion where sand particles that weren't cemented quite as hard together as what's remaining is what has created the holes. Not all of the structures here look like pipes or slender spires. This one almost looks like a pyramid with a tree growing out of the top. The Panorama Trail has several overlooks that are really interesting, and here Mammoth Spire doesn't look so big from a distance, but it's likely one of the largest, around 170 feet high. And Mammoth Spire is likely larger than this one, where we could get next to it and just look at its massive size. I hope all of you watching will be able to one day visit Kodachrome Basin State Park in person. 11 miles south of Kodachrome Basin State Park and most of it on a gravel road, is a very rare double arch. And here's a close-up of Grosvenor Arch. We think you'll find your visit here enjoyable and worthwhile. Thanks for joining us to this broader area termed Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. We hope that you are inspired to make your own visit to see the chimneys and other formations at Kodachrome, as well as visit the spectacular double arch at Grosvenor Arch. Stay safe, and we hope to see you out on the trails.